Hey, what's up? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel where we talk about all things language and culture. My name is Kevin, and today I want to share with you all my 2023 language goals. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a reflection on my language learning journey in 2022, and then talk about what are some of the languages I'm going to be focusing on in 2023, and what are kind of like the routines and methods I'm going to do to improve on those languages. So I also know a lot of you guys are avid language learners as well, so I would love to know what languages you guys are planning to learn in 2023. Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear kind of your stories, your journey with language learning as well. So to start off, a quick kind of kickoff on kind of my philosophy for language learning. I am very kind of flexible with language learning because I'm not very strict on my goals. And that's because I view language learning as a hobby. It's something I do for fun. And so I don't want to become a burden or something that I end up not liking to do, right? So I have already been doing a little bit of this towards the end of 2022. And I do want to continue this for 2023, and that's slimming down my schedule and being smart about language learning, integrating certain languages into my life when possible, and then having a small, slim set of hours every week to active language learning. In this 2023 year, I'm gonna be focusing on 3 different languages, really focusing mostly on 2, and this third one is just something that I'm doing for fun. You probably already know these 2 languages that I've been talking on my channel, but this third language might come as a surprise to you viewers. All right, so I'm gonna start off with the language that I'm probably most focused on, or talk the most about on my channel, and that's gonna be Cantonese. As you see, a lot of my content on this channel here is in or about Cantonese, and that's because that's a language that I'm most actively studying. So a quick reflection is that, at the beginning of the year, beginning of 2022, I was doing a lot of active exercises, so listening to podcasts and transcribing them, trying to do a little bit of writing, going through Closed Master, a lot of different things to kind of improve my Cantonese. Towards the end of 2022, I've been a little bit away from language learning in the sense that I'm not dedicating as much time to it. So I've been trying to still do a little bit of learning, but it's not as big a portion of time in my weekly schedule. So what I am currently doing, what I plan to continue doing for 2023 for Cantonese, is that I want to continue consuming kind of content. So be it watching movies, be it watching YouTube videos, and I also want to actively kind of speak Cantonese. And so unfortunately, there's not a lot of opportunities for me to do that from Spain, but I do find occasionally I get a tutor to be able to have some kind of conversations. I'll speak to some of my friends as well in Cantonese. I also will try to go on language exchange apps like Tandem, as well as making Cantonese vlogs. I think I do want to continue making Cantonese vlogs for 2023 because I've noticed it has kind of forced me to look back on my weak spots, what kind of words that I'm lacking, what kind of vocabulary that I'm missing for Cantonese, and going up to look it up and try to figure out how to use it in a sentence. So yeah, that's kind of my goals for Cantonese for this year. My next language that I want to continue working on, but I don't need to kind of put as much preparation into, and that's going to be Spanish. As you guys know, I'm a native English speaker, but I'm currently living in Spain, so it's a language that I use on a daily basis. It's something that I have contact with every single day. Sometimes I spend whole days just speaking Spanish as well. So I have a lot of opportunities to speak as well as to listen. What I want to introduce and continue doing a little bit more, I've been doing it a little bit in the end of this year, 2022, but I want to continue doing it more on a more regular basis. And that is, I want to write more in Spanish. So what I've been trying to do is do a lot of writing exercises. I kind of pick some words that I hear from people, I jot them down, I make a note on my phone, just take up the notes app and just write a note. Hey, this word was interesting, or this phrase was interesting. And then later I try to go back and write a little bit of a paragraph or a fragment of a text with those kind of new vocabulary words. And then I can ask a friend or a tutor to kind of correct me. And I want to do that kind of active kind of writing at least once a week. I'm being reasonable with myself because I really do have a lot more limited time in terms of language learning. But I do want to prioritize and budget like at least once a week, maybe kind of 2 hours a week kind of thing, doing these kind of writing exercises. Again, I'm going to be continuing consuming a lot of Spanish in my life. I also do watch a lot of Spanish content, not even to study Spanish, but just because I enjoy consuming, like watching Spanish TV shows, watching Spanish movies, and that's something that just happens naturally. Finally, this is something that might be a little bit new for you on this channel. I did do a little bit on 2022. This is not a language that I'm really going to focus on, but this is a language that I dabble in occasionally when I have some free time. This is just something for fun. I don't really expect myself to get to a really high level in this language, but I have been doing a little bit of dabbling in Portuguese, and I think I want to continue doing this in 2023. I am at a really low level right now, obviously. What I pretty much do is kind of sometimes when I'm bored, I will kind of do some stuff on Duolingo. I will kind of maybe try to join a couple of tandem conversations about Portuguese. I'll chat with some people on there. I do have a book to learn Portuguese as well, so occasionally I'll do some exercises there. But again, this is nothing serious. This is something that maybe I will do if I'm feeling a little bit bored with the languages I'm currently studying. So that's kind of more of like the exploratory kind of phase, and I'm just trying to do this thing as a fun thing, you know? I don't really have any high strict goals for Portuguese. And that's pretty much it for my language learning goals for 2023. I think that this is going to be a good year. Language learning is something that I'm going to be doing constantly throughout my life. There's no need to kind of rush this kind of process. You know, you want to keep the spark going. You don't want to burn out in a huge ball of flames. Little by little, we'll make small progress. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see kind of what my language learning journey is going to be about for this following year, please be sure to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you all around. Take care and happy 2023.